On May 18, 2026, the Indian internet began swarming around a bizarre new political faction. In just 48 hours, tens of thousands of people pledged their allegiance to a group named after a household pest. The strangeness of this uprising comes from the stature of the people begging to get in. Mawa Moitra, a sitting member of parliament, publicly requested membership, identifying herself as a card-carrying member of the anti-national party. Fellow MP Kirti Azad also asked to join. The group confirmed his eligibility based on a single, highly specific qualification: winning the 1983 Cricket World Cup. For the general public, the official requirements are more accessible. Membership is open to those who are unemployed, lazy, chronically online, and possess the ability to rant professionally. But why are elite lawmakers playing along with an internet joke? We have to look at what's actually driving 40,000 people to flock to a digital rebellion calling itself the Cockroach Janta Party. The spark was lit 3 days earlier, on May 15th, inside the highest legal institution in the country, the Supreme Court of India. During a hearing, Chief Justice Surya Kant reportedly compared unemployed youngsters and social media activists who attack others online to cockroaches. The Chief Justice later clarified that he was misquoted and was referring specifically to those entering professions with fake degrees. He insisted he never intended to demean the youth in general. However, in a job market defined by high unemployment and economic anxiety, the clarification did little to soothe the public. The reported insult landed squarely on an already existing wound. Regardless of the Chief Justice's intent, the remark struck a nerve. It created a vacuum of resentment among the youth that was almost immediately filled by an organized, satirical response. That response was spearheaded by Abhijeet Dipke, a former social media worker for the Aam Aadmi Party. He took the judicial insult and transformed it into a badge of honor. The strategy worked. Within 48 hours of launching, the new outfit had drawn over 40,000 members. They leaned into the absurdity, officially describing their political platform as secular, socialist, democratic, lazy. Adopting the identity of a lazy pest makes traditional political attacks look humorless and ineffective. This silliness provides a unique kind of protection, allowing the group to stay in the headlines while they prepare their actual policy demands. The weight of the movement is found in the party's 5-point manifesto. These demands are sharp and systemic, standing in stark contrast to the group's lazy branding. Their first target is judicial reform. The CJP demands an absolute ban on former Chief Justices accepting post-retirement seats in the Rajya Sabha to eliminate potential conflicts of interest. Second, they focus on political accountability, proposing a 20-year election ban for any lawmakers who defect to rival parties after being elected. Third is social equity. The manifesto calls for 50% reservation for women in parliament, achieved without increasing the total number of seats. Finally, they address education. They want to scrap national school board rechecking fees, which they call blatant corruption, and have pledged support for students caught in the NEET medical entrance exam controversy. These are specific critiques of constitutional ethics, electoral integrity, and educational access. The manifesto proves that despite the joke of a name, the CJP is focused on the actual mechanics of governance. The precision of these demands made it easy for mainstream politicians to engage. And by responding to the manifesto online, sitting MPs gave the movement a level of legitimacy that few internet memes ever achieve. Now, the Cockroach Janta Party is shifting from a loose online collective into a structured organization with plans to host a virtual Gen Z convention. In less than a week, this group achieved a tangible result. They hijacked the national news cycle and forced a public clarification from the highest judicial office in the country. Whether the CJP ever formally registers as a political party is secondary. As a disruptive force, it has already demonstrated how satire can be used to penetrate the highest levels of government. For decades, political protest meant physical presence, marching in the streets and shouting through megaphones. We are now seeing the emergence of a different model: organized, collective digital action. This is the Gen Z political playbook. By pairing humor with specific policy goals, these movements can bypass traditional media gatekeepers and build a massive audience instantly. The status of being chronically online has evolved into a mechanism for mobilization. Thousands of young people are redirecting their digital literacy toward institutional accountability, using their time online to coordinate national debates. For the 40,000 members who joined in 2 days, The CJP provided a way to turn a judicial insult into a debate on policy. They are rewriting the rules of engagement through the very platforms that define their daily lives.